let's talk about our deal with Major League Baseball. I know you've touched about on it on some of your channels, but I think people here, Jake and I talk about it, but we're dumb. Like you're smarter than us. What do you think has been the biggest thing that's happened so far with our deal with Major League Baseball?
A lot of the benefits that we were like very excited for are back of house benefits, right? Like just introductions to other worlds, or getting to put MLB marks on our merchandise, which hasn't come to fruition yet because it's just a long process with so many moving parts. Selling like Jomboy Media and Dodger shirts, or both logos available. That will happen over time. So, just having a little more freedom and lack of worry to do what we're doing and make videos and access. But yeah, they welcomed like all resources to us, which is huge. So something I was hoping for, but it was kind of like a back end benefit that, if they were like, no, we still would have done the deal, because helping out the sales and the introductions and just like the partnerships was so huge, was like full access to archival content. Like if you watch Jolly Olive's series, he gets to use all this archival footage now that just isn't available to the public. That's all. I've done breakdowns, and I'm going to continue to do breakdowns in the off season of like old footage, as well as we have footage that no one else has. So if you've seen the breakdowns I've been doing in the postseason, and I was on paternity, so I didn't get to do a lot, I have more coming. And usually I would flip the page and be like, done with baseball, let's do off season stuff, because I just like moving forward always. But I have all these shots from the CS and the World Series that no one else has, like footage the broadcast shot, but no one else has. So I'm like, well, it's like kind of like we have to use this.
That's so right up your alley.
Yeah,
it's right up
and I didn't know that. I didn't know we were going to get like that, which is amazing. And I just feel like that's what we're supposed to be doing, is letting the audience see the cool stuff that they don't always catch. And now we have even more. Like, see this shot, the broadcast never showed that shot of Robleski shit talking Jimenez all the way through. Like they cut back and forth. So the breakdown would have had segments. This shot was never seen of Bo's reaction to it. This is like the broadcast doesn't have time to show everything. And then like these shots of fans in full. So that's been really cool. Like that's fun. I didn't think we were going to get much out of it that serves our audience directly. Do you know what I mean? Like besides just our ability to keep growing and go new places. But like this is awesome for the people that enjoy the breakdowns and footage.
If I was to, well, first of all, I mean, I never thought this was going to happen. Early on in the days, at least when I got there, I believe I came on in 2019, I think it was.
Yeah.
We didn't battle with Major League Baseball, but we definitely weren't like welcomed in necessarily. I think that there were times where they kind of were like, all right, like let's let them do their things. There was also times where they didn't let us do our thing. And
they hindered a lot on the back end. Their prerogative, I guess. They got a monopoly legally.
Yeah, but it's a partnership that makes so much sense that I'm glad it finally got done.
Well, yeah. They wanted it to happen. It was attempted to happen on what we considered non-starter terms for 4 years. So every year they would send people our way, and it was like, no, we're not going until we meet. This is who we talk to about it, and like this is the situation, and we have really big support on that side, on their side, that like finally it went through. But yes, we said no for years, and it limited a lot of stuff. We were supposed to have a show on ESPN during the Home Run Derby, and it got taken away from us because MLB was like, no.
If I was to ask you what like your biggest like thought or dream of this deal would be in the future, like the biggest thing you could think of that could happen from this deal, what do you think it is? Is it being like alternate broadcast? Is it being on a desk at the Home Run Derby? Is it more than that? Like,
well, I know Jake has interest in doing like alt broadcasts and more like studio stuff. I personally have never. I think that's always been a bit of a bummer for Jake that I have no interest in. He does. I just want to keep doing what I'm doing and have like the freedom to do it, or see if this allows, we've already had other leagues and other sports reach out and be like, hey, we'd love to do this. Like we'll offer you rights, and we're kind of just not really set up yet, but that's kind of cool. Like it is groundbreaking partnership. Like it's no league has partnered with a media company in this way. That's like fan driven. Like they don't own us at all. We got no money. They bought out other investors.
I don't think people realize that.
No, because
we joke about it all the time. Because me and Jake are like, "Where's our money?"
Yeah, people are like, "You got MLB money now," or MLB owns you. It's like, well, they have a minority stake in the company, but they bought out early investors who got a nice return because they invested on us when we were just two kids in the garage, basically. But yeah, they didn't. There was no influx of cash.
I'm gonna ask myself the same question, and I don't really have a good answer for it. But I truly believe that this should be a deal that sparks many more of these deals throughout all major sports. I mean, content-led media companies like have done so much for these sports. I think it's only right to kind of like sync the two up. It's difficult to do, I guess, kind of what we've done and have a true community that we actually care about and have actually built it and have true support there. So you can't just manufacture that for these leagues. So
it's not scale.
If you
it's
can
not scalable.
do that, I think the two work perfectly together. So I'm hoping it does that throughout different sports as well.
Yeah.
Golf has done it.
Yeah, golf has done it really well. I mean, there's other obviously Barstool led the way with this type of media company, and they're huge. They did it by burning bridges, and they grew upon the ashes of the bridges they burned. And I'm not knocking it at all because it's been crazy successful for them. And now they have like barged their way into Fox and like establishment. But I knew that's just not who Jake and I were. So we had written on the walls like, don't burn a relationship until don't burn a bridge that's not built yet. Like, and that's a credit to why we were able to like partner in full, because even though we had like disputes or gripes or like didn't like things and were like butting heads, we never publicly, burnt any bridge, and we try not to anywhere. That's just that's just who we are. So it's tough. But also, like, a lot of people would say, let's go get a show for every MLB team right away. But that has been, Barstool tried that early on. Locked On, it does it, and a couple other companies have done that. But we have such a real community and a tone that we like, that once you do that, it's impossible to make sure. Like if you listen, I hate that I'm using their name, but if you listen to some Locked On podcasts, they're amazing. If you listen to others, you're like, whoa, this is way different quality and tone than that one, because they just have like, they just pick up hosts. But that's not what we want to do. We don't want to just become a network of isolated shows that have no connection in tone, brand, quality, or like team. Like I don't just want a show in Arizona covering the Diamondbacks, but we don't know those kids. They don't know us. We never really worked together. Like that's not what our vision is for what the company is.
Yeah, Jake never really yells at me. He yelled at me after I put out a tweet saying, I would love to have a Dodgers show. And he just was like, you don't think we thought about that? I'm like, all right, my bad. I'm just putting it out there. I wanted to see who's out there, okay? But I mean, I agree with you.
I mean, would love to have a Dodgers show too, but they'd have to be people that are doing other stuff in our orbit, not just an isolated show that we can't really interact with.
I got a lot of DMs and suggestions, and
we get a lot all the time.
Please stop doing that. I said, okay, that's my bad. All right, we got caught up in the moment.
I'm always trying to be honest. Like, dude, if you want to do it, I'm never gonna hire you to start a show if that's the only thing you think you're gonna do. If you're not already doing it,
yes.